Hi, I'm Chef Steve. Welcome to the Care Kitchen. We're going to be doing some great meals that your clients and you will really like. They're healthy, delicious, and they're made with simple ingredients, although the end result will be quite something. You're really going to enjoy it. Today's dish is sauteed shrimp with zucchini, garlic, scallions, and stewed tomatoes, and it's going to be served with gnocchi, which is a potato pasta. It's a delicious meal, and it's really easy to make, but it has that gourmet feel to it because of the ingredients we're using, but it's a quick, easy sauteed dish. So we're going to get started. So listen and make sure that before you start cooking, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds with soap and water. Get your area all clear, get all your ingredients out, and have everything ready because it makes the cooking a lot easier. Well, here's our ingredients for the dish we're going to do today. It's going to be sauteed shrimp with gnocchi, stewed tomatoes, zucchini, scallions, and garlic. I'm going to saute it in olive oil. I've got the salt and pepper out there. And I'm using peeled and deveined small shrimp, so there's really very little prep there. Just they come frozen, so I took them out of the freezer and put them in the refrigerator overnight to thaw. And then I'm going to be using these mini gnocchi. So if you're not familiar with gnocchi, it is a pasta that is made with potatoes. I'm going to be cooking those in advance, so I'm going to have that all ready. And I'm going to chop up the zucchini and get the scallion and the garlic all prepared, and then we're going to get started with the cooking. Okay, so I'm going to get my zucchini prepped up now. Got my zucchini here, and we're going to cut it, get a flat surface so it's nice and safe, the knife, and I've cut it in to some strips like so. So now that I have it in strips, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack the strips up. I'm going to make a nice dice. I'm dicing them up. And I've got my zucchini. We're going to use one whole zucchini in this dish. So I've got that nice diced zucchini ready to go. Just to keep everything nice and neat, we got a bowl. I like to use some of these disposable paper bowls. And so we'll put the zucchini right in there. Okay, so we got our zucchini. Our gnocchi now is boiled, floated to the top. I'm going to turn the burner off, and I'm going to strain out the gnocchi, so I've got that ready to go. I just go over here, got the strainer, strain it out. I'll throw it back in the pot. I've got that ready to go with a side here. I'm going to put a little olive oil in, keep it lubricated so it doesn't stick together. Got that ready. Got that all set. So I've got my zucchini ready, got my gnocchi ready, I got my can stewed tomatoes already. One more thing is my garlic cloves. Got my garlic right here, and I'm just going to slice it up. That nice sliced garlic in there. That's going to go in with the zucchini, so I'll just throw it in there. We got it in there, and my scallion. Scallion, slice my scallion. All right. Okay, now I'm adding olive oil to my pan. And I'm just going to heat up the pan a little bit. I need a fair amount of olive oil. The recipe will follow for this, and you always can refer to the cookbook to get the recipe. So the first thing I'm going to do, I have to time how I do this. Shrimp, these little shrimp, they cook very quickly because they're small. The beauty of these is they're all peeled and deveined, so it's really simple to work with. So the first thing I'm going to throw into the pan when that oil heats up a little bit more, I'm going to throw my zucchini in. The zucchini will take a little longer to cook than the shrimp, so that's got to cook first. So I'll know that the oil is hot when I see it sort of start to move a little bit in the pan. I'll see the oil kind of start to move a little bit. I feel the heat. And I can smell the olive oil, the nice olive oil. And that really gives it a lot of flavor too. Okay, I'm going to put my zucchini in. Let that cook. A little garlic in there. And I've also got my scallions. I'm going to throw those in when I put in the shrimp. Okay, so we've got our zucchini cooking here. I'm going to stir it around. I'm going to use a rubber spatula here. This is a high heat rubber spatula so it can go in the pan. Stir it around in the olive oil. Okay, we got our zucchini started nicely now. So now my next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the shrimp right into the pan. I've got the shrimp in the pan now. I'm going to throw our scallions in the pan with it. So I've got the shrimp, scallions, and the zucchini in the pan, and we're going to let that cook for a little bit. Stirring it around, letting it cook. It smells so good, too bad you can't smell it. We don't have the technology yet to smell the food as it's cooking, but that's maybe coming. Who knows? So much happening with technology, possible that it may be coming. So as I'm cooking here, the shrimp is starting to turn pink. It's going to take a few minutes, probably about 5 minutes of cook time here. And I'm going to let the shrimp start to turn pink. Okay, now we're ready to add our stewed tomatoes. I've got them in the can here. Just regular stewed tomatoes from the grocery store. I'm going to add those in the pan. So we got some nice chunks in there. I'm going to let that cook. Sort of mix around, and this is really a very sort of chunky kind of a dish. Lots of great texture in it. Zucchini, great flavors. I'm gonna just sort of smash up the tomatoes a little bit. We got a nice broth in there too with it. That we're gonna throw the gnocchi in, and we're gonna serve this in a pasta bowl. So while it's cooking here, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to it. I'm going to add some nice fresh ground black pepper in there. And we're going to let that cook and simmer a little bit. And we're going to have a very delicious dish. Okay, now I've got my gnocchi here that I already pre-cooked. And I'm going to throw that right in to the pan. This is almost like it's great to have people clean it up after you, by the way. That is a wonderful thing that, you know, most chefs have somebody clean it up after them. but you may not have that, so you'll probably have to clean up on your own. This dish is almost like it almost has a broth. Now, if I wanted to, I could thicken it up.
It's a little bit like a paella.
It's a little like a paella, and any number of ways I could thicken it up. You know, I could use potato starch mixed with water. I could use cornstarch. I could use a little flour mixed with water and mix it up. But I really like the broth, so it's almost like a seafood stew. It smells great. It looks wonderful. Okay, now we're ready to plate it. So I've got my bowl right here, my nice pasta bowl. Spoon it in there. Nice portion.
Would you put any Parmesan cheese in it?
And I had the suggestion to put Parmesan cheese from, you know, the person who cleans up after me also has many great ideas on how to do this, and you probably do too. So you're probably thinking of different things that you could serve. We could put some Parmesan cheese on there. We could put fresh herbs on top if we wanted, and it'd be really delicious either way. However we do it, I'm going to show you this finished product here in a second. Okay, so we're ready to try this delicious dish. I've got it right here. You just saw what it looks like. Let me take a little bite. See how it is. That's good. So simple to do. So easy. I shouldn't speak with my mouth full. So good. Well, that's our dish for today. Try it. It's really easy. The recipe will follow. This is Chef Steve, and thanks for being in the Care Kitchen today. We really had a great time cooking for you. Thanks.